Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Eason sets to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. And when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Lining up.
That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Taylor is the ball carrier. The tackle by Jelani Tabai. 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down. Here's Eason. He completes this one to Mack. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian Okwara in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Carrying on Johnson.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Midfield to the 49.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Rolling to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. Turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
31 yards there and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Brought down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Eason on second down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
The Colts.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down.
Indianapolis.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. Jamal Agnew. He will score.
He made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 14.
Matt Prater to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this would be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun is Eason. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they've had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? This is that mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
He's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he can...
He lets the football stand and puts it on the ground.
empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
On first down, Stafford here. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Good.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on third down, Stafford. This is caught, but he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
1-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
14. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Rodgers on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he found it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. Score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half. So this is
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 81 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
11 on the play. 1st down.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. And he swings one that's incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. He's got it to Hilton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now they go straight. It's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Eason. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Eason. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Taylor just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout. Behind the line of 7 seconds left in the first half. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Colts 42, Lions 28. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for India.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Off the bootleg. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he's standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And it's intercepted at the goal line. That's up by Rocky Sin. So now he's equal his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Eason, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the off. Will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game? Those passes are intercepted for the 4th time today. Nick Needham picks it off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 15.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing deep for Galladay. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
1st and 10.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. That's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all to put things to bed. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifemo Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 11 yards there, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eason. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, here's Agnew. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And here's a interception. Picked up by Corey Lewis. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start with a give to Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 24. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
The Colt ball carrier.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Eason. And they set up the screen. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
I'll tell you that.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand up. Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. For another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They snap it to Stafford. And then it's caught by the bank judge right there to say incomplete. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. I've been a king and I've been about mine.